Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, I'd ask that you please rise. At this time, I'm pleased to introduce this morning's mace bearer, Dr. Robert Irwin, Associate Professor of History in the Faculty of Arts and Science. Dr. Irwin is carrying the university mace, which was donated to the university in 1997 by its namesake, Dr. Grant MacEwan, and it became the official mace in 2008. It is especially meaningful to the university as it is a walking stick hand-carved by Dr. MacEwan. Further information on the mace and other Convocation traditions can be found in your Convocation program. Please remain standing now for the academic processional.
Graduands, distinguished guests, members of the stage party, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mike Seklich, University Registrar and Marshal of Convocation. Please remain standing and in respect. Remove all hats except mortar boards for the singing of our national anthem led by Ms. Erica Goriou. Please be seated. Thank you, Ms. Goriou. I declare MacEwan University Convocation open. It is intended to honor our 2014 graduates. We are honored to have you present with us on this occasion. The word convocation comes from the Latin word convoco, which means to call together by summons. It is traditionally used in connection with an ecclesiastical or academic gathering. Convocations are called for the conferring of degrees, diplomas, certificates, for special announcements, and for the recognition of outstanding achievement. So it is today that we call together colleagues and friends to honor MacEwan University's graduates and award recipients for Fall 2014 Convocation. Now I'd like to call upon the student member of our Board of Governors, Mr. Ray Khan, to read MacEwan University's invocation.
Thank you, Mike. It is my pleasure to read the invocation. Through learning, we flourish and help others to flourish. We stand here today on the brink of an important change for ourselves and for the world. Inspired by the past, we now step forward to transform the future, engaging with others. We cherish the diversity of experience within our communities and ourselves. Through perseverance, we excel. Through compassion, we connect. Through creativity, we thrive. Through knowledge, we grow. Through all this and more, let us forge a legacy to nurture, to inspire, to endure. Moved by the Spirit, strong in our knowledge, we move out into the world with open arms, open mind, and open heart. We pledge to leave the world better than we found it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Khan. I will now introduce members of the stage party. Members of the stage party, please remain standing once you have been called upon. Audience, I would ask you to please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. I would like to start with Board of Governors Representative Carolyn Graham, President Dr. David Atkinson, Provost and Vice President Academic Dr. John Corlett, and Academic Governance Council Representative Mr. Chris Hancock. Would members of our Board of Governors please rise? Now, I would like to ask the Vice Presidents and Associate Vice Presidents to rise. Deans, Associate Deans, members of the University's administration, Now I'd like to ask representatives of each of our associations, faculty, staff, students, and the Alumni Advisory Council to rise. Now I'd like to recognize our mace bearer and honored presenters to stand and be recognized. Joining us today are members of our academic faculty and staff. Will all faculty of the university please stand, along with this ceremony's distinguished proctor, Mr. Darren Tellier. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your stage party. This is your university. Please join me now in acknowledging them with a round of applause. Thank you, members of the stage party. You may be seated. I would like to now call upon board member Ms. Carolyn Graham to bring greetings on behalf of the MacEwan University Board of Governors.
Thank you, Mike. Good morning and welcome to Convocation. My name is Carolyn Graham and I'm a member of the university's Board of Governors. It's indeed a pleasure to be with you today and to celebrate this important milestone with you. To our graduates, I know that you've had a lot of support from faculty, family, and friends, yet it is no small feat what you've accomplished. Today is the culmination of a lot of hard work. I also want to thank each of you who've supported our students to get to this point. We commend you for it. Many of you have a long history of standing alongside the students represented here today. You've made a difference in their lives, and we thank you for that. As a member of the Board of Governors, I work with a dedicated group of community volunteers who are committed to our students' success. I'd like to recognize my fellow board members here today, Daryl Halliwell, Ray Kahn, and Andy Rhodes. These volunteers are leaders in our community who give their time to ensure that the university provides our students with every opportunity to succeed. Sometimes that's seen as policies are discussed and introduced to help provide a better learning environment. At other times, it's seen in the planning of state-of-the-art facilities that will create learning spaces so our students can study, learn, and be prepared for a successful future. But success is not limited to just academic achievements. Success often means utilizing your expertise to benefit others. Like the members of our board, many of you students here today are already volunteering your time to benefit organizations that help those who need it most. Your contributions to the lives of those who are less fortunate means a better community for each of us. You may never see the full impact of your volunteer work, but for many, it could very well be your contribution to their life that gives them hope and a better future. A university education, as you know, is not solely about going to class and completing your courses. It's about being the very best that you can be. It's about identifying your talents and strengths and using them to make a better world. This is a responsibility that comes with the privilege of a university education. And as each of you becomes leaders in our community, I hope that you'll continue to look for places that could benefit from what you've learned at MacEwan University. And I also hope that you'll continue to volunteer your time to make Edmonton, or wherever you settle after graduation, a better place to live. You will learn many new and exciting things along the way. You'll be challenged, there will be roadblocks, but I firmly believe that you're prepared to meet those challenges, to get around those roadblocks, and to be successful. You'll never be able to please everyone in your life, but you can strive to focus on those who guide you and whose opinion you most respect. You are now the future leaders of our society, and your contributions to our community will help those who follow you. Please accept my heartfelt congratulations, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Graham. I now call upon MacEwan University President, Dr. David Atkinson, to address today's graduates.
Members of the Board of Governors, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, of course today, our graduates. Welcome to the 2000 Fall Convocation. 2000, is it 14 or 15 this year? 14. I said to my wife this morning, perhaps I can be allowed a little aside here, that I've been going to convocations all of my life, and some days I just don't know which one it is. Welcome to the 2014 Fall Convocation for MacEwan University. Convocation is a special time for everyone. For you, our students, it represents achievement and it signals both an end and a beginning. It is a moment deserving of our congratulations to all of you for what you have achieved. For our faculty and staff, it indicates a job well done. For parents and family, it is a moment of pride and perhaps of relief that your student is walking across the stage today. And for all of us, it signals promise for what our graduates will accomplish in the future. Sometimes in a world where ceremony is less and less appreciated, we tend to dismiss convocation as something which, while nice to have, doesn't really mean very much in the day-to-day world in which we all live. This, though, is to take a very limited view. Graduating successfully from MacEwan University takes hard work, it takes persistence. It indicates a commitment to achieving a goal. It represents what we hope all our graduates take from your time at MacEwan. Specific skills, yes, but also the ability to look at the world critically, to appreciate what it offers, to understand its problems, and we hope to offer up solutions for the challenges confronting us today. This is no insignificant achievement. Convocation, then, is a moment when all of these things come together into a single point of focus. With all its medieval splendor and ritual, MacEwan reconfirms in Convocation a sense of continuity and affirms the central role of higher education in our evolving society. It underlines the role of universities and of post-secondary education in preparing those who will shape in big ways or small ways the world of the future. Universities have been with us for a very long time and have weathered the trials and tribulations of history. But throughout this, universities have really only had one mission: to create new knowledge and to pass it on to our students. In this, there is no room for compromise. And so to choose to be a professor is not to choose a career, but in fact to choose a life. It is to be fully engaged with the mission of the university. And this ideal is passed on to everyone who works at MacEwan, whether it be the registrar's office or academic advising or food services. It is for this reason that universities guard who they are. They do so not in and of themselves, but on behalf of every student who pursues an education here. And for this reason, I extend appreciation to all of MacEwan's faculty and staff for their ongoing commitment and contributions to our university. Much has been written about the purpose of post-secondary education. Social commentator Margaret Amons observes that the purpose of education has changed from that of producing a literate society to that of producing a learning society. Implied here is that education in the past was about providing the knowledge and understanding necessary to make one's way in the world in the future. Today, it is about being prepared for an educational experience that is not yet and which really has no end. At its most fundamental level, it is about person forming. To this end, it is a process that is lifelong, as we all try to be better tomorrow than we are today. We sometimes talk of MacEwan as a teaching university, and we do not do this lightly. We understand that as a public institution, we have a profound responsibility to provide all of our students with the very best kind of undergraduate education. We are about being the very best in our class. So on the occasion of Convocation, I want, on behalf of everyone at MacEwan, to thank our graduates for choosing MacEwan in the first place, and more important, to completing successfully your programs of study. I must extend special thanks as well to all those who have supported our graduates today, to mothers and fathers, husbands and wives, partners, grandmothers, grandfathers, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, friends. Indeed, to all who have been there for our graduates, we extend our deepest gratitude. We recognize that in supporting our students, you have directly and indirectly contributed to the purpose and health and growth of our university. Every student who graduates from MacEwan leaves a little bit of themselves behind, contributing to the evolving traditions and values of this institution. The achievement of our students collectively signals the success of MacEwan University. To all our graduates today, we offer our deepest congratulations and best wishes. We ask that you remember what MacEwan has provided you, even as we know that you have worked hard and had to make sacrifices. There are always the challenges of tomorrow, but I ask that you take today to celebrate all your current achievements, even as you anticipate what is yet to come. Thank you very much. It's now my pleasure to introduce our Convocation speaker today. Catherine Heslop is currently MacEwan University's Vice President for Student Services, and this year she will step down after 25 years of distinguished service to MacEwan, both as a college and then as a university. As Vice President Student Services, Catherine is first and foremost concerned about the welfare of our students. And in this connection, her many, many contributions have touched the lives of thousands of students over the last 25 years. Throughout the course of her career at the university, Catherine has been especially involved with the many convocation ceremonies in which many of our alumni have participated. And so it is quite fitting that on this, her last convocation as Vice President, that she address this fall's graduates with a unique perspective of looking back over her own career while imparting her knowledge to those just beginning theirs. We are deeply indebted to Catherine for her many contributions to MacEwan, and it is our pleasure, it is my particular pleasure, to welcome her to Convocation today. Vice President Heslop.
Thank you, David, for those very kind words. Distinguished platform guests, faculty colleagues, family and friends of graduands, those who are about to graduate, my parents, and most importantly, on this very, very special day, MacEwan University 2014 graduands, good morning. After President Atkinson asked me if I would be willing to deliver the Convocation address, I began to think of all the Convocation speeches I had listened to over the past 25 years as a MacEwan University administrator. You see, I have attended every single Convocation since the fall of 1989, as I consider myself to be somewhat of a Convocation junkie. I love the history, the pageantry, the excitement, the sheer joy, the music provided by this excellent band, the regalia, this glorious concert hall, and the importance that we place on this event for you, grads and families. I am so very proud of my colleagues who put in thousands of hours to ensure that this event is the best send-off for our grads, a proud gathering for parents, and as a welcome to our freshly minted MacEwan University alumni. As I walked through the wonderfully crowded halls, the library, the cafeteria, the fitness center, the heart of the campus in the Robins, the SAMU offices last week, I thought of what gems of wisdom I could impart to you today, our grads and parents, families and friends who have supported you along this journey. You see, I am privileged to hold this unique position as the first ever convocation speaker to come from within MacEwan, and I relish the fact that I have known about you and known how you have arrived at this place as a MacEwan University graduate. But first, I want to address my remarks to the parents, family, and friends of the graduates. Parents, in some instances, several years ago, you cajoled someone out of the basement to apply for admission, register for courses, wrote the check to pay the fees, and hoped that person attended most, if not all, of the learning activities. Or perhaps you packed up all of the belongings your son or daughter needed to survive for 8 months and drove hundreds of kilometers to arrive in downtown Edmonton early on a Sunday morning to help them move into residence. Unless, of course, it was your son that I saw arrive one residence move-in with only a hockey bag and 2 cases, 1 beer and 1 KD. I suspect that some of you attended our parent orientation and used that information to guide your son or daughter to use the resources available on campus to be academically successful in the transition from high school or work to university. I know that many of you came to campus to join me as we cheered on our Griffin athletes or shared the joy of seeing your son or daughter perform on campus. This is a shout out to you, because we know that where there are appropriate levels of family support, there is a positive impact on students' academic success. If you have not heard this yet, I am calling on all graduates after the ceremony to say thank you, parents, siblings, grandparents, spouses, sons, daughters, aunts, uncles, for all the support you have provided to help me earn my credential. Now I draw our attention to the fall 2014 graduating class. Each year since 1998, Beloit College in Wisconsin prepares an annual mindset listing. My student services colleagues and I enjoy reviewing the list to help us try to understand the mindset, admittedly a set of generalizations, of the influences felt by first-year students. The following is an excerpt from the 2014 Mindset List, which speaks to this group of graduates. Few in the class know how to write cursive. Email is just too slow, and they seldom, if ever, use snail mail. Caramel macchiato and venti half-calf vanilla latte have always been street lingo. Fergie is a pop singer, not a former member of Britain's royal family, or a former hard-nosed Montreal Canadian. Unless they found one in their grandparents' storage, they have never seen a carousel of Kodachrome slides. And my personal favorite, they've never recognized that pointing to the wrist was a request for the time of day. Graduates, during your time at MacEwan, the university has engaged in a rebranding process, and you will see evidence of a portion of that activity in the positioning statement in the Convocation program. Another outcome of that process was the adoption of 8 pillars that act as values to guide our thinking for policy development and budget allocations as examples. You can find all 8 listed on our website, but 2 of the most appropriate to cite today are students first and community engagement. To ensure that we are attending to the student's first pillar, the university engages in regular survey activities that allow us to benchmark against other universities of similar size and mandate. These surveys tell us how we're doing from the student perspective. The results of the most recent survey of students in degree programs indicated that over 93% of respondents were satisfied with their experiences as a student. The graduate survey from spring 2014 stated the graduate employment rate of 94%, with 92% of those respondents stating that they would recommend MacEwan University. The university also surveys employers, and that feedback indicates that our graduates are appropriately prepared in skill areas that are important for success in the labor market. These skills the employers rated highest for MacEwan University graduates and their preparation for work are professional and ethical behavior, verbal communication skills, commitment to ongoing professional growth, continuous learning, and interpersonal and teamwork skills. First, I thank my faculty colleagues for their work in the teaching and learning environment. To take a thought from actor Sally Field, you like us, you really like us. MacEwan University students are actively pursuing further education beyond the undergraduate programming we offer, as our current records indicate that since 2008, over 240 graduates have been accepted into graduate studies and professional programs, such as law, medicine, dentistry, optometry, and others. Our graduates have gone on to pursue graduate degrees in psychology, rehabilitation medicine, neuroscience, public policy, medical anthropology, English, human genetics, forensic psychology, international relations, social work, ecology, and the list goes on. They have begun studies in Canadian universities, Manitoba, UBC, Toronto, Dalhousie, McMaster, Carleton, McGill, Queen's, York, and others. Our grads have also gone on to the US, Arizona State, Saybrook, Wayne State, Whittier Law School, as well as international institutions including Edinburgh, Oxford, Melbourne, Leicester, Halt International School of Business, and others. I now move on to the community engagement pillar, as evidenced in our students. MacEwan graduates, you are an amazing group of individuals who are consummate volunteers, leaders, workers, and individuals full of passion and drive. Just to show this audience, and this is your participation here, please raise your hand if you have been a resident assistant, MacEwan ambassador, Golden Key member, Students Association of MacEwan University executive or student counselor, Griffin athlete, SPAC member, member of any SAMU club, academic governance council member, campus recreation participant, leader in your spiritual or ethnic or religious community, applied for and received funding through student-led initiatives, research assistant, or prepared a paper or a poster to deliver at an academic audience. Lift up your hands and keep them raised. Audience, here is a tremendous source of leaders in our community, our city, our province, our country, and our world. Thank you. I remind you that you are indeed fortunate to be graduating in Canada in general, and in particular, Alberta. This is a place of optimism and imagination. You are also in a world that presents you with demanding challenges like environmental and sustainability concerns and a rapidly aging population. MacEwan graduates, I salute you today as you go forward as leaders in our various communities. In the words of John Stewart, I remind you that the unfortunate yet truly exciting thing about your life is that there is no core curriculum, The entire place is an elective. As I know that this speech comes between you and crossing the stage to receive your credentials, I leave you with the thoughts of one of my favorite actors, Meryl Streep, who was the 2010 Convocation speaker at Barnard College, and she said, "This is your time. It feels normal to you, but there is really no normal. There is only change and resistance to it, and then more change." As fresh, new MacEwan University graduates, go out and make some change happen in our city, in our country, in our world, because you indeed have the skills, wisdom, passion, and knowledge to lead positive change. Thank you so much for choosing to study at MacEwan University. I wish you all the very best. Stay in touch with us through Alumni Relations and Services, and connect with me on my Twitter handle @Catherine Heslop. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Heslop, for those thoughtful and inspiring words. I would like to now invite Dr. Corlett, along with AGC representative Mr. Chris Hancock, to their respective podiums for the presentation of graduands and the conferring of credentials.
Good morning. Graduands, if you are able, please rise. On behalf of the faculties and schools of MacEwan University, I present these graduands and those named in the Convocation program who are not able to attend today at this ceremony. I ask that they be pledged and admitted to the MacEwan University degrees, applied degrees, diplomas, and certificates which they have earned.
So graduates, I would ask you now to join in the MacEwan University Graduate Pledge. The pledge is an oath, is not an oath, but an expression of purpose to which we expect you would respond, "I will." So will you pledge yourself to use the knowledge, experience, and the skills you've gained at MacEwan University to serve your community and the world faithfully? Excellent. So by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the province of Alberta, and upon the recommendation of MacEwan University's Academic Governance Council, I admit to you the degree, diploma, or certificate to which you're entitled, and invest in you all the rights and the privileges, powers, and responsibilities pertaining to that credential. Now I just bestow on you this credential as a solemn trust to transform, to engage, and to improve this world from this day forth, to teach and learn from others, so that through your learning, we all may flourish. Thank you. You can be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Corlett and Mr. Hancock. Our marshals will now usher the graduates to the stage. We welcome back the MacEwan University Jazz Band as graduates are being assembled.
It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give the rhythm everything you've got. It don't It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give the rhythm everything you've got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do a, do a, do a, do a, ba-do, 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 do, ba-do, do, ba-do, do, ba-do, 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 boo, ba-do, 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 boo, ba-do-yo, ba-do, ba-do, ba-do-yo, ba-do, ba-do, ba-do-dee-da, baby.
Applause for the MacEwan University Jazz Band. We will now commence with the individual presentation of our graduates. We would like to remind you that if you wish to take photos of your graduate, please come to the area at the right of this stage as we approach your graduate's name on the program. An usher will assist you to ensure the smooth flow of people in and out of this area. With the exception of those taking photos, we ask that you remain seated during the presentation out of respect for all graduates and their families. Offering congratulations to each graduate are Ms. Graham, Mr. Hancock, Dr. Corlett, the Faculty Dean and Program Chair. Dr. Atkinson will present each graduate with their credential on stage. He will be assisted by Associate Registrars, Mr. Tony Norad and Ms. Michelle Fraser. Off to your right is Mr. Braden Arth, alumnus of MacEwan University. Mr. Arth will present each graduate with a gift on behalf of the MacEwan University Alumni Advisory Council. I would ask that the graduates return to their seats after receiving credentials. I call upon Dr. Craig Monk, Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Science, to present graduates.
Good morning. I thought emerging through the fescue would be the only challenge for me. I now present to you the following candidates for degrees in the Faculty of Arts and Science.
Ignacio Andres Astete. Damilola Amanda Bakare. Thomas Craig Bonifacio. Daniel Piotr Boren. Daniel Christopher Broadbent. Jamie Lisa Brown.
Pamela Ashley Kayanan. Haley Alyssa Cross. Jennifer Dixon. Justin Paul Fecteau. Carolyn Ann Good. Robert James Madsen. Ute Alir Hoke Malwal. Abigail Katrina Morris with distinction.
Timothy Alexander Morris. Claire Kerubo Omenda. Vanessa Elena Regina Paduani. Trista Joy Simpson. Alicia Rayanne Stevenson. And lastly, Jill Alexandra Stiles.
We now have the graduates of the Bachelor of Science degree.
Philip Justin Ball. Ashley Ann Doyle. Andrew William Kind. Shruti Shayal Mudliar. Marcus Allen Schaefer. And lastly, Lindsay Amanda Silva.
I also present to you those graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Science unable to be present, whose names are listed in the program.
Thank you, Dr. Monk. I'd like to now call upon Ms. Sharon Buchholter, Dean of the Faculty of Health and Community Studies, to present graduates.
Good morning, everyone. The Faculty of Health and Community Studies is committed to preparing graduates for professional human service practice. Our aim is to enhance the health, safety, and well-being of our communities. And so it is with great pleasure that I present to you the following candidates for certificates, diplomas, applied degrees, and degrees in the Faculty of Health and Community Studies. Leading the graduates for the Bachelor of Child and Youth Care degree, please welcome Program Chair Donna Jameson.
And lastly, Bobby Ann Victoria McMillan.
Leading our graduates for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree, please welcome Student Academic Advisor Sherry Norum.
Sarah Colleen Chaba. And lastly, Stefan Joseph Nowicki.
Presenting graduates for the Bachelor of Applied Human Service Administration degree, please welcome Program Chair Pat Moore-Jeswishin.
Petrina Roseanne Ferreira, with distinction. And lastly, Christina Papp, with distinction.
Leading graduates for Diploma in Acupuncture, please welcome Program Chair Julin Wang.
Yanan Shui. Melissa Marie Donaldson. Ashley Mae Fraser. Nicole Elizabeth Hollowak. Elizabeth Stefania Kresge. Lillian Rose Lee. Taylor Lee Stuckey, lastly.
For Diploma in Child and Youth Care, please welcome back Donna Jameson, Program Chair, to welcome graduates.
Sarina Jen Alicia Ferguson, lastly.
To welcome graduates for Certificate in Disability Management in the Workplace, please welcome Program Coordinator Sharon Chadwick.
Amina Bibi Kumar. And lastly, Ashley Nicole Lilac, with distinction.
To lead graduates for Hearing Aid Practitioner Diplomas, please welcome Program Chair Jean Duncan.
Carly Christina Carlson. Daniel James Clune. Danielle Patricia DeRoos, with distinction. Latya Celine Melnick. Carly Fisher Phillips. Catherine Virginia Sherwood. And lastly, Lauren Diane Turner, with distinction.
For diplomas in Holistic Health Practitioner, please welcome Program Chair Gail Couch.
Danya Martin Menacheri, lastly.
To present graduates with diploma in massage therapy, please welcome Program Chair Jeff Mogosh.
Dustin Cole Bohonas. Janelle Laurie Bond. Cherie Noël Caron. Elizabeth Ann Day. Katrina Marie Douglas. Chloe Marie Adele. Lee Madeleine Gamoche.
Natsa Gebrselassie Gebrengus. Danielle Marie Hall. Jordan Renee Halliwell. Jenna Marie Harris. Jennifer Leone Harris. Nicole Christine Hatton. Brian James Jordan. Stephen David Klickach. Frank Lai. Brooklyn Ashley Laturnus.
Rianne Jordan Lougheed. Samantha Elizabeth Salas. Melissa May-Lynn Saint-Regret. Dana Marie Scarlett. Nicole Ann Luella Schultz. Lindsay Ann Seater. Caitlin Emily Tom. Erica Marie Tutt. Jamie Daniel Wagner. Lastly, Laura Michelle West.
To welcome our graduates for certificates in occupational health nursing, please welcome back Program Coordinator Sharon Chadwick.
Alyssa Ann Duniak. Melissa Lee Frame with distinction. And lastly, Robin Pearl Villebrun.
Just checking to see if we have graduates from perioperative nursing? No. We'll move on to welcome graduates for Diploma in Police and Investigations. Please welcome Program Chair Fawn Schaaf.
And lastly, Zain Azim Haji.
To welcome graduates for post-basic nursing practice, certificate in palliative care and gerontology, please welcome Program Chair Gail Couch.
And lastly, Jaspreet Kaur Tiwana.
To welcome graduates for Diploma in Psychiatric Nursing, please welcome Program Chair Marian Anderson.
And lastly, Amanda Lynn Kaplan.
To welcome graduates for Diploma in Social Work, please welcome Program Chair Kathleen Quinn.
Angela Clissold. Daisy Esther Corrado.
Kevin Douglas Ma. Brittany Erica Malkowicz. Ria Nakai. Diana Teresa Postma. Atia Sayeda. Lastly,
To lead our graduates for Certificate in Special Needs Educational Assistant, please welcome Program Chair Dr. Jan Sunmark.
Salma Ayub Mohammed. Elisa Allison Pochenik with distinction. Stacy Marie Wasaleko with distinction. Xiu Hua Wu lastly.
Just checking. I now present to you those graduates from the Faculty of Health and Community Studies who are unable to be present, whose names are listed in the program. Thank you kindly.
Thank you, Ms. Buchalter. This concludes the presentation of our graduates. Please join me now in acknowledging our graduating class of 2014. We will now be presenting student awards, beginning with the Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence for the Faculty of Arts and Science. Dr. Monk, will you please present this award?
That's a relief. Thank you, Mr. Registrar. If we all believe really hard, everything will go from this point forward as it says it will in the program. In each faculty and school at MacEwan University, we recognize students whose academic efforts place them at the top of their class. The Dean's Medals are the highest academic honor that may be granted by a faculty, and these medals recognize the exemplary success of individual students in their area of study. One award may be granted in a certificate or diploma program, and one award in a degree program. Our medal recipient has been an outstanding student since his first semester in fall 2009. With a grade of at least A- across 10 different disciplines and 15 grades of A+ overall, he has multiple Dean's List citations. Instructors in the Department of Mathematics and Statistics view his performance as outstanding, and his spirited participation in class discussions was cited by his instructors as meritorious. This year's Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a Degree Program for the Faculty of Arts and Science is awarded to Anis Saleh, a graduate of the Bachelor of Science in Mathematics. Unfortunately, and this may leave a gap in our program, a cavity, if you will, Anas is unable to be with us today as he's now studying dentistry at Western University in London, Ontario. But on behalf of MacEwan University, we'd like to congratulate Anas in absentia.
Thank you, Dr. Monk. I would like to now call upon Ms. Buchalter to present the Dean's Medals for Academic Excellence for the Faculty of Health and Community Studies.
We are very pleased today to award Dean's Medals to two outstanding and deserving graduates. Both have demonstrated excellence in academic achievement and in the demonstrated excellence within the arena of practice. The Dean's Medal for a graduate from a certificate or diploma program goes to Dina Wright. Dina demonstrated outstanding achievement in both theoretical and practical components in completing her diploma in the Hearing Aid Practitioner Program, which she completed on a full-time basis while raising a family. Dina is from Moose Creek, Ontario, and is currently working full-time in a hearing aid dispensing clinic, and my understanding is that she has almost accumulated the required professional hours to complete the licensing process in Ontario. Dina was not able to make it back to Edmonton today, but I know she's watching on stream online, so congratulations, Dina. The Dean's Medal for a graduate from a degree program goes to Christina Papp. Christina Papp has demonstrated outstanding achievement in completing her Bachelor of Applied Human Service Administration degree, all while at the same time raising a young family. Previous to this degree, Christina completed her diploma in investigative studies at MacEwan in 2006. In the course of her program, Christina has indicated a strong intent on working with children and youth at risk. Christina's enthusiasm, her work ethic, her attention to detail, and her high standards have been demonstrated throughout the program. And we know, Christina, that these will be of great value in your chosen field of endeavor. Please welcome to the stage Christina Papp, Dean's Medal, Degree Program.
Thank you, Ms. Buchhalter, and congratulations to our student award winners who are here and couldn't be here with us today. I would like to now ask Mr. Neil Alden, member of the Alumni Advisory Council, to provide a welcome to the newest members of our university alumni family.
Welcome, grads. How's it going? You made it. This is exciting, and I'm bending really low to do this. Okay. Well, first of all, I'm really proud to be one of the first people to welcome to the alumni. I would like to start by quickly mentioning something about Catherine Heslop. I've had the pleasure of working with Mrs. Heslop on the Alumni Relations Council, and we are sorely going to miss her guidance and her passion. Could you please put your hands together again for Mrs. Heslop? Well, alumni, I feel like I could crowd surf my way to wellness right here. This is great. It is a long path that got you here, and whatever that decision was that led you to this day for this achievement is huge. It doesn't matter what that decision was either. It could have been moving out of your parents' place. Don't ever do that if you don't have to. It could have been deciding that you wanted to move out of your regular career into something new. It doesn't matter what that choice was. That choice led you here today. And that is something to be celebrated. And my message here, as I welcome you to alumni, is to celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen, you just got through this massive endeavor in your life, and those choices that you made led you to this day to celebrate with your degree, diploma, certificate. The one thing that we always forget to do is celebrate. Why do we go through this huge amount of work if we don't celebrate? So I'm asking you today, no matter what, whether you're here with your parents, whether you're here with friends, whether you're here by yourself, find some time, whether it's this evening, whether it's this weekend, and you need to celebrate. Celebrate you, celebrate your work. Mark this down on your calendar and come back here a year later and celebrate again. We spend a lot of money coming to school, and we put in a lot of effort and time. That has to be the culmination, or has to be culminated with a celebration. So I encourage you over the next few days, whether it's right after this ceremony, is go and celebrate this and enjoy it. Thank you so much for your parents for coming today, and friends, family. It is wonderful to have them here with you. So make sure you enjoy that celebration, especially if they're footing the bill. I'd like to invite you, and I'm really happy actually to invite you to a large growing community of over 50,000 graduates. These graduates are spread across rural Alberta, in Edmonton, all over the country and abroad. There are graduates every day, just like you, basically bringing life to knowledge. I've had a very big passion for my MacEwan experience. So as you embark on your next phase of life to realize your own dream, as I have realized mine in work goals and life goals, I would invite you to stay in touch with alumni. I'd ask you to have conversations with us. I'd ask you to follow us on Twitter. I'd ask you to network with us. And I'd ask you to continue on your goal of lifelong learning. Please come back to us, and please remember your roots here at MacEwan. Although you're students for a short time, you will always be alumni for life. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Eldon, for that humorous and warm welcome to celebrate. This brings us to the closing moments of our ceremony. And at this time, I would like to invite all graduates to express their appreciation to the people who have supported them through their educational journey. Would the faculty members please rise and remain standing? Graduates, a round of applause for your faculty members. Would the family and friends of our graduates please rise? And graduates, a round of applause for our family and friends. No, stay standing, stay standing. We've come to the very important part of this. The reason we're all here today, I would like to invite the audience, faculty and staff, please join me in a round of applause and congratulating our graduating class of 2014. Thank you. I will now ask Ms. Graham to close convocation.
Congratulations to each one of our graduates. We know this is a special day, and we encourage each of you to celebrate its importance with your family and your friends. Allow me to express on behalf of everyone here our appreciation for all of the MacEwan University volunteers who helped make today such a success. We all agree that this is a great event to remember. I'd now ask everyone to stand and remain standing during the recessional and wait until the graduates have left the performance chamber before you exit. Mace-bearer, University Registrar, will you please lead the recessional? I declare this convocation closed.